everyone, Richard here with Oboyan Ultimate Mode. It's been a while since I've played or shown anything because I was unable to make any progress on this map. It seems like a marginal victory should be doable. I think you can do it, but then it becomes a question of how much do you want to invest on this map? And I was finding that I didn't have enough armor to protect my flanks, and so penetrating and getting to this hex for the marginal, it just felt like I couldn't cover everything. And I also ran into the issue that if I don't send my flak forward to cover my armor, I have to send my fighters forward. The problem is there's flak all over this map, and they are overstrengthened, and they're going to crush your planes. So I couldn't find a way to safely advance and protect from the air. So I just kind of joined my two forces and pushed this way to get the capturable unit, and killed anything I ran across. I was primarily focused on protecting my flanks and dealing with the Air Force. And that's all I could come up with. Everything I tried on this map was just running into massive damage. I don't have Soren's photographic memory, so it's really difficult to remember precisely where every single unit is. And if you make any mistakes at all, it is immediately catastrophic. And especially in Ultimate Mode, I couldn't figure out how to memorize placement to protect my flanks as I advance. I don't know what Goose and Bricata are gonna try. If Bricata takes this path, I don't know how he's gonna handle it. I'm really I'm totally at a loss for ideas at this point. The middle 43 scenarios are not fun. I think Ultimate Mode will be a lot more fun after I'm done with Kursk. I'll have a lot more control over the battlefield. These maps are simply too massive, and I need at least 2 more armored units. So right now I have a little too much infantry, but I have a lot of infantry for a reason. I'm thinking very long term, and if the Grand Campaign can be done in Ultimate Mode, I need a lot of extremely strong and experienced infantry. I don't think armor is as important, even though obviously in 43 armor is super important. I think that infantry are going to start dominating probably after Kursk is when I really need infantry to step up. Because my armor is in a great place. I can't complain about that. Did anything prominent happen this scenario? I killed a lot of planes. For sure, I killed a lot of planes. It was difficult controlling the air, but I did as well as I could. You know, I have brought so much anti-air stuff. There we go. Some ambushes. The other problem you're going to have on this map is the fortifications are everywhere. You can't sneak up on anything. Very few places on this map have no armor. I literally have no idea how you're supposed to play this map in Ultimate Mode. Maybe Goose or Bricata will find something, but I found nothing, so... I also don't really... It's kind of a weird situation. You want to try hard on these maps so you get the bonus scenario, but you can't get a decisive victory on either map, so why would you try so hard? You know, if you can't get the decisive, the marginal looks manageable, but it's super expensive. And I'm stocking up prestige for when I need it. So these maps aren't fun to play, and there's no reward for playing them hard anyway. Outside of losing some kills. But I am stocking prestige really badly. Because I'm already anticipating, looking at what's going on with my fighters. I think I'm gonna have to start overstrengthening them before it work. I also think my Tigers and anti-tank are going to have to get overstrengthened. I am desperately trying to avoid doing that for now, because that's expensive and there's no way I can prevent damage to those units. The other thing is I need my artillery to take some hits, so that way it helps me on soft cap, because the second I start overstrengthening some of these units, I'm going to run into issues. Personally, I prefer to wait to overstrengthen my Tigers until I have Tiger 2s, because I don't want to lose the prestige on that. And I want to wait until I have the Panzer, or I have the Panther. If I get the Panther, I think I'm going to have to overstrengthen those guys. Maybe as much as possible. And all these upgrades I'm going to have to do is going to kill my prestige. So, if you're wondering what's going on, I'm just digging in the woods and hoping that deters the enemy from attacking me. And waiting for the enemy to come to me so I can control the killing zone. What is good is my flak is getting a lot of chances for experience. Getting the flak to 4 stars is proving really difficult. Yeah, and the Russian planes are really obnoxious. To say. So I have this weird configuration because I'm trying to protect against plane attacks, and there's so many ways the enemy can that I just built a cocoon, essentially. I couldn't figure out how to protect myself. It just seemed like there was always a hole in the lines. As you can see, I am racking up some prestige. I'm anticipating some major investments, so I need to rack up prestige. Oh, what I did achieve is I think, I can't remember who, Cephas or Alan did get to 2 stars at the end of that. So both of those guys are at 2 stars for Curse, which is nice. Then the goal is to get both of them to 3 stars by the end of 43. I'm gonna need my infantry to step up. And there's gonna be some surprising things that happen. I'm gonna not use certain units that everyone uses because I need other units to get the kills. Like Brutal is probably done after Curse. Helmet Length will hang around for a while, but once he gets his 3rd hero, I'm done with him. My 88 gun is currently at Curse and he got his 3rd hero. After that, I'm not going to deploy my 88 gun unless I have to. Which might sound shocking, but I think because the core is getting so tiny, I shouldn't bring more than 3 anti-aircraft guns anyway. And I need mobility on my anti-aircraft guns. This will also prevent the 88 gun from taking kills from my other anti-aircraft guns. So I already got a 3rd hero at Curse. He's been working overtime. So you can see I'm pulling everybody back while guarding my flanks. It's just really tricky to figure out how to do this without getting anti-aircraft crushed. I want to concentrate all of the Air Force in one area. I'm also getting some decent XP from surrenders. That's nice. So one of the issues I'm running into is you can't use hills. Even with Bernberger at 3 stars, he's being attacked in the hills, even backed by artillery. You can't use fortification hexes because the initiative cap, it's not close terrain. So you can only use forest and city hexes on infantry. But a lot of the Curse maps don't give you those opportunities. There's a lot of fortification hexes and a lot of hills. And on Rommel, or Bavarian, or Field Marshal, experienced infantry in the hills, backed up by artillery, the enemy won't mess with it. But on Ultimate mode, it doesn't work. So my ability to advance is heavily restricted by the terrain, and these Curse maps are just not very friendly for infantry. So I'll be honest with you guys, after I'm done with Curse, I will be happy. I think the Grand Campaign will become fun again when Curse is over. Just because it's too much. It's too much for my core. My core's not strong enough for these maps. It's not big enough for these maps. And I did try really hard on this map. I did not like the damage I was taking. And I have to start thinking really long term. you know, Ricotta is going to have a lot more prestige than me. Maybe he can go all out with Overstrain. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe there's some brilliant scheme I haven't thought of that can safely allow your core to advance. It feels like the margin is possible when it comes at the expense of your core getting decimated from air attacks. I don't know how to get around that. As you can see, I'm just sitting here trying to make it as difficult as possible for the AI to hurt me. Look at all of this anti-aircraft. As you guys can tell, I'm trying to cover everybody and hide my bombers, and I just want all of the planes to hover on top of me. Very careful configuration. That's right, I wiped out a 16 strength plane on the defense. So ultimately the Air Force made toothless here. The other thing is, because I haven't over-strengthened my core, there tends to be issues with that. It's harder for me to kill things efficiently. But I'm not over-strengthening my core because it would be very expensive. I honestly regret over-strengthening my artillery. My artillery is essentially useless for these particular maps. And I think going forward, it's going to work against me in soft maps, so I'm probably not going to overstrengthen artillery anymore. I would rather do anti-tank, tank, and infantry. And I may be forced to do fighters, I'm not sure. Honestly, taking a couple of points of, if you don't over-strengthen your units, and if you take a point or two of damage, even on Tigers, it's really not that bad. I think it's 35 prestige for elite replacements if you take 1 point of damage. That's, I have a lot of prestige, that's really not a big deal. So, by reducing overstrength, I'm saving a lot of prestige, but it means that I can't do a whole lot of interesting things. Since I know there's no more mobile AA, and the Air Force is taking care of it, bombers are allowed to actually do things. Here's an example of the fortification hex. I had to reload here because that tank did 4 damage, and then I got a rugged defense with the tanks. So those tanks will seriously pressure me. I think one of my studs got the 4 stars at first. So my studs are very slow actually getting the 4 stars. I might get all 3 to 4 stars. And those guys are going to be lifesavers when I do. And some of my tigers are hitting 4 stars as well. So that would be nice to get as many of those 4 stars as possible. I can't bomb in this region because there's anti-aircraft, but this region I can bomb. One of the few blind area, one of the few anti-aircraft areas I have. So one of the things I'm noticing now that I'm in 43 is I have too much infantry, too much artillery. But I need all this infantry and artillery earlier in the war. And I just don't know how you get around these problems. What's probably going to happen in 44 is I'm going to have less artillery. My armor is probably a good number, and I think 1 less anti-aircraft. And I'm going to start rotating out bombers, or tactical bombers for strategic bombers. Because strategic bombers are ultimately more useful. And even Rudel is not immune from getting attacked by fighters when defended by a fighter. I don't know what I'm going to do with my Air Force. Everything is dicey. Beautiful ambush. So now I can take that anti-aircraft or try to. So I find that the level bomber combination, where you level bomb, hit the Tiger, and then my anti-tanks clean up after, it's a really good way to keep your units activated. But I'm trying to figure out what to do with my tactical bombers. I think I'm gonna make them fighter bombers, because Helmet Lent is also eventually gonna get his 3rd hero, and I'll just rotate him out and use one of my tactical bombers. And Rudel is probably done after Curse. I think he's nearing his 3rd hero as well. And I'm just not gonna deploy him anymore. Another airwave. You guys will notice my rocket artillery kind of disappeared. I'm taking very unorthodox approaches. I just don't think in the middle of 43 rocket artillery is very useful. However, rocket artillery will be coming back. I think it's going to be. Now, I haven't upgraded it. I haven't upgraded it because I think more ammo matters more than the firepower, and I don't feel comfortable dropping my ammo count by 1, which seems like it's not a big deal, but I think it is. So many planes. This is... What are there, like 40-something planes on this map? I'm also thinking I might get rid of the ISU, because the 1 less ammo count's a problem, and its anti-tank performance is not holding up well. So, using it as an armored unit isn't working for me. So many planes. So that position's about to fall. If I lose, I've lost a lot of overstrength in my artillery, but I'm actually not bothered by this. It fits well in my long-term plan. Yeah, the 17cm guns have been very ineffective. The Vespa have been even worse. But I don't really want to invest in bigger caliber artillery. It's expensive, and I'm not sure I'm going to get much return for it. So the artillery is mostly there for defensive purposes and for de-entrenchment. Probably it will be a lot more useful when I'm defending, but on the attack it's not going so well. just trying to clear this whole sector. Yeah, I didn't accomplish much. I managed to clear all of this stuff. My plans, I couldn't figure out how to break this. And there's one plane here. But I did control the Air Force pretty well.